Hello and welcome back to the Google APIs for Rust and YouTube Uploader development stream. It's Byron speaking, and I must admit that, today is a public holiday, so nobody works. And it's raining, and the sun is not shining, and I probably only slept 4 hours and then got up again and then went back to bed. So right now I think I have just a little bit of blood in my caffeine. But that shall be enough to fuel me for a few sessions today because I have stuff to do, right? And just, abuse of alcohol doesn't mean I don't have to get further today. No. I knew what I was doing, and now I have to suffer for it a little bit. But I'm also, yesterday I was on a meetup, the Swift meetup, so lots of coders meeting at Freeletics. You know these guys, right? Freeletics.com, maybe? Yeah, so the company behind that, and they have quite a cool office actually directly in Munich. Well, directly in Munich, of course it's in Munich, but it's not directly in Munich. It's somewhere out there. Hello, who are you? Anyway, and cool guys, cool office. It's more like a gym, this office. It's quite funny. And, they have like team trainings and stuff. And, the programmers there, they kind of have bigger arms than usual. So this means you work at Freeletics if you are actually quite fit. But none of them look like this, by the way. So it's still advertisement stuff that you can achieve. And anyway, they were doing some Swift, and we had a little anagram thing going on. A little anagram demo. Nilo Berger was the one who was the only one to take it on, interestingly. And he implemented it in Swift, and it ran in 12 seconds, and was like many lines of code, and he hated it and took him a long time to do it. So then he said, damn it, I know PHP, I will implement it in PHP, and that's the PHP code. It ran in, let's just normalize it. On his machine, it ran in 1.3 seconds. All right. Okay, so this code here on my machine ran in 2 seconds. I had a MacBook Air, so that was much slower anyway, 2 seconds. And as you can see, it's quite a brute force approach here. And and I thought, okay, let's implement it in Rust, right? So that's more lines, and kind of my first time trying to do such things in Rust. And it wasn't, I had to figure out a few things. And I'm sure that, this can be better even in Rust. But that's it. This runs in 0.5 seconds, as you can see here, which is pretty cool. And then I thought, okay, let's do this in Python. So here, that's the 4 lines of Python code that I wrote. And it actually gets the right result. I don't know. There are 3 lines missing kind of from the input. In the Rust version, probably because of this okay here. But anyway, and the Python version runs in 1.7 seconds, so also faster than the one of PHP. That's nice. And yeah, that's what we did yesterday. It was quite fun. And I think I will go to these meetups and just to implement the stuff in Rust if possible, and then, rub it in their eyes that Swift is slow compared to Rust. Well, I know, you don't do that, right? But it's still fun to do that, and I like to have fun. That shall be that. I think I can close this because I still have it in my email list here. Let's do this issue. So yesterday, at this venue, I also, did a little bit of compilation on my other computer just to see how this goes. And I realized that Translate 2 doesn't yet compile because of this. Let's try it. Let's first open the documentation. I have a purpose for this, but I've been working on this already, but I couldn't yet solve it, and I will just retry it today. Should be doable. But what am I talking about? So if you translate to CLI cargo this and try to build it, you will realize that it actually doesn't work because I'm stuffing a string pointer, and that's also wrong here to have a pointer anyway. I'm stuffing a string pointer into something that requires a vector of strings, right? And this is repeated values here. Let's have a look at the documentation. What does it say? Let's get the method builders here. Oh, I love this new color. Awesome. Method builder for translation methods. And here is this function that takes required values, one of them is a vector to a string. And that's what we currently don't handle. We don't handle repeated values properly when assigning these. Translate to main. So this is exactly in 45. That is that. Nice. And by the way, I realized yesterday on my other machine that I have Sublime linter installed there for Rust. This guy. And this actually is pretty cool. Because, yeah, it does work. I don't know. You know, it compiles in the background all the time and then highlights everything that it finds. And I don't know if it works in this under these circumstances here in a generated project, but maybe it does. It can do that. It can work also with Cargo, even though that is experimental. And it works in a simple project, so if you want to do some simple hacking, having this in your Sublime editor is probably a good thing. Yeah. But here, right now, it appears to be doing nothing. Oh, maybe it does. If I do this, does it compile this? This made a difference to him, huh? Unknown star of token. That's actually cool. Foo version. It would highlight this if it would be running. Anyway, I don't have to do this now, but I think I will do it off camera. Just because I found it quite nice to work like that. To have automatic correction there and highlight it in the code as you type it. Real nice. But yeah, let's go to the actual issue at hand. It is 45. Really? 45. Here it is. So let mat call. Oh, that's argparse. Here we go. Here's the call. And yeah, this looks a bit strange, but it's actually quite easy because the call args here, these are the important ones. And these we wanna handle properly. The thing is, first of all, strings shouldn't be. I thought I took this out. You know, this should be going away because we don't want to borrow that there. It's nonsense. And if repeated is false. So this is why we have it borrowed, but we don't handle it properly yet. Okay, so it's not nonsense. That's good. Where does it happen? I think it. Yeah, here we have to do it. So if type is string, then oh yeah, I had a good solution for this at some point. Prefix. Oh yeah, I think I did it. No, where did I do it? Arc name. Where's the so here opt arc indent. I think I did it here, right? No, I didn't do it there. I think this is something I removed. Damn it. See? So this is how it happens. I'm not fit today. I'm not fit for anything. Yeah, because I believe to remember. Oh, you know what? I think I have to push on my other computer. Or did I not pull here or what? I think I didn't pull here. Let's pull right now. Oh. Actually, that's... I'm still on clap here? You can't tell me that. I'm on master. It's already up to date. It's weird. I must have committed something that I didn't push yesterday because I remember that I did all this. And yeah, I will just do it again. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The thing is, this we just used once, so we might as well use this. And this is something we use also kind of then not anymore. So this op value p name we are going to put directly in there. It's not, there's no use for this anymore. So here we go. And this one we use only once as well. So opt value p name. There we go. Now opt ident can go away, and this can go away as well. Boom, boom. Yeah, and that's what I remember, at least. It's good that I remember something that happened yesterday. It's awesome. Oh, probably it wasn't too bad after all. And yeah. So here we go. So what we want to do is, in 45, oh look, it's highlighting something. File not found. Oh yeah, that's Rust C though, so it doesn't use cargo here. Sublime linter preferences. Can I get this? RST completion. Huh. Yeah, there are settings. I think you have to look them up and then kind of set them somewhere, but I have no idea how this works. A bit more involved. But it's running it. That's interesting. It works. But it just runs Rust C, which kind of misses all the dependencies, so it doesn't work. It's kind of made for single files here. Anyway, that should still, let's just compile, or let's just build it. Because that should still work similarly well, which means it doesn't work. And now we have to fix this here. So for each required prop, I think here we want to check. So if it's a string, then we do something special. Because then we can just put it on there directly. And I think this is the only case where this happens, because we handle repeated values. Here we do that, and we handle this correctly already because we will just set repeated values that are optional. No, wait. No. I'm just wondering. Here we handle repeated stuff. So if it's not repeated. No, wait. If it is repeated, here we handle it. Defaults to false. Then we create a new, we create the prop name. We push this stuff on one by one and convert it in the process. That's important. We do an argument conversion here. That's the thing. And then we are good. And then we just pass it on. This works. But in the string case, we just want to pass it on directly. And this doesn't work. So here, we have to check if we are repeated. And kind of do this in Python only mode. So if we are repeated, then do something. And otherwise, we do this. So op value, if we are repeated, we want to use op values. The problem is that op values doesn't cut it for us because it enforces an iterator at the end. Well, does it not cut it? Because we get a list of string slices there, and actually we could use the iterator. We just have to do more, I think. That's the point. We have to iterate and then convert the stuff to a string, and then collect this into a vector. And it should actually know that we need a vector. And yeah, I tried that yesterday, but it didn't work. Okay, let's try op values. For now, p name. And then we do the collection stuff. So first we map it, I think. So it's a transformation on each item that we do. So we have a reference to a value, which is a reference to a borrow. I think we have to do it that way, even though it kind of seems counterintuitive. No, wait, it's not counterintuitive. This is just a string slice here, and this is how we have to signal that. Otherwise, it would try to own that, and that doesn't work. I did that yesterday, otherwise I would have no clue. And then we say v.toString, I think. That's what I tried yesterday as well. And then I thought we might want to collect this into a vec of strings. And that is that. Always looks a bit funny here. Do I have to do it like that? I think so, yeah. Cool. So that should do it, but I think it doesn't do it. And then we have a new vector here that should just live long enough to be passed as borrow. And let's see. But I think there's a problem with that. First problem, it doesn't even work. So does op values not exist? Well, it does exist. Or do we try to call something that doesn't exist anymore? Undefined is not callable. 190. So somewhere here it's happening. What could it be? I mean, we only added this thing here and use op Veils. There we go. So this should work better, not compiled. So that's the new code here. And I think, at least we take the reference of that. Are you telling me this works? You want to tell me that? I said I couldn't. Oh, awesome. I said I totally couldn't get this to work. But it was also, I have had 2 beers or something, which isn't the best situation for a programmer. Don't drink and code, right? You may drink coffee though, but nothing else. Here we go. Methods list. Yeah, cool. Translations. Translate to. Output all server communication. Oh no, wait. So methods list. Let's try something. Languages list. Bad request. Okay. And there's not much more we can say here, right? And I wonder why it is a bad request. I mean, it doesn't want any... Yeah, maybe it wants some authentication. Maybe the API... Oh yeah, translate, I think. Translate actually doesn't work unless you have a payment plan. You don't even get a free word anymore. That's sad. Yeah, anyway. Doesn't give you anything, but it's fine. Cool, so I think that issue is solved. Something I should do is probably log in here and, push this first. Wrong side. I really need my side to be right. Here we go. There we go. And that definitely fixes... Which one? 96. Fix CLI, handle repeated, required strings. Yeah, in a single case, we wouldn't properly pass on string arguments that were repeated. Now we handle them with a nice one-liner, which is quite Ruby-ish, if you think about that. Yeah, that's also what I love Rust for. It's really powerful, even though it's super fast as well. Yeah, that's it. Let's push it. And of course, not to forget, I shall skip CI because it doesn't work. Let's protect the environment. Yesterday I didn't really care about all of that, but today I try. Let's push master, put it here. I think I still have a session on. Oh, good pull. There we go. And yeah, I don't know if I have to run update, but yeah, this should possibly work now. I mean, it will work. So let's just rebuild everything. And that's how I run it. I let this guy run the entire day just to find issues like this, because usually there's always something you're missing. And the only way is by compiling everything. And I don't want to do this locally because my fans will be loud and I don't like that. So I do it like this, which is sufficient. And yeah, I think that's the first issue for today. It's a nice 20-minute introductory session. And I must say thanks for watching and have